Are you more a winter person or summer person? Why? I am a winter person. I lived in AK for a while and now live in northern MN, so winter is a staple. I love the ambience of the snow and the quietness it brings. Especially since I live in the woods. I love that if I am cold I can add more layers, cuddle up in a blanket, or sit in front of a nice warm fire. When it is too hot I can only do so much without feeling like I am roasting in an oven. I also love to snowshoe and take my dog for walks in the winter woods. My dog also loves the now and definitely lives up to her name, Tundra. Winter. Love the cold and being snuggling up. Love the snow. The scent in the air is nicer. Shorter days. Sleep better. Fewer wasps. I think most areas just look nicer in the winter. Edit whatever season someone is looking forward to, that's awesome. Everyone has their reasons for liking the seasons they do and hating others. But yeesh, some of you need hobbies if the best way you can spend your time is gatekeeping a person's favorite season. Of all things, I live in Brisbane, Australia. I should be a winter guy, but I love our summer thunderstorms and tropical vibe. Right now in summer, I'm questioning myself. I'm constantly covered in a layer of sweat and our rainfall has been absurd. I mow my lawn every weekend and hail damage is always a threat to my vehicle. Our winters are most people's vision of perfection. Mild and sunny with generally warm days. I think I prefer the excitement of summer though. Winter person. If you're cold you can just put on more clothes, warmer clothes or a blanket. If you're too hot there's only so much you can do if you don't have access to an AC. I also feel like I'm semi-allergic to high heat humidity. I cough a lot, have episodes of instant itchiness, and when particular bad my face starts feeling numb and tingly and my heart rate skyrockets and I start feeling like I'm about to pass out. Well, in Florida our winters are basically just mild fall weather for a few months, then back to summer. Winter is mostly low 70s with the occasional cold snap that lasts a day or two, and it dips into the 40s. When I did live in a colder climate, I only liked winter on the first day or two of snow before it turned to muddy slush. Then I quickly hated it and just wanted it to be warm again. Summer because it actually feels good to be outside most days. Once the temp hits 40°F I'm shivering in pain, no matter how many layers I have on. Summer can be hitting 90°F and I still won't sweat much even in long pants, but even if it does get too hot there are multiple options I can do outside to cool myself off while I don't have multiple options to warm myself up outside. Winter for sure. 1. The nights are nice and cold, which is perfect sleeping weather. 2. I love skiing and can obviously only do that in the colder months. 3. I absolutely love seeing snow on mountains and trees when driving, way more visually appealing than looking at a bunch of green trees. 4. Living in the US, I prefer the winter holidays over the summer holidays. Winter 100. The only thing good about summer is summer break. I lived in South Texas as a kid and grew to despise heat and humidity. For me, the colder, the better, especially if it's pouring snow. I moved to Tennessee a few years ago by necessity and very much miss a real winter. I'm going to be an oddball who retires and moves north. I actually love the winter, the way it looks. I like the cold, I like wrapping up. I would much rather sleep in the cold than the warm. I don't mind exercising in it, but I have incredibly sensitive skin and even with light therapy I can keep on top of it anymore, and for that reason, I guess I'm a summer boy now. Although autumn is my very favorite, I am an indoor cozy gal that loves reading at night next to a crackling fire in the fireplace, so I would pick winter all the way. I also have to get up at 3:30 AM, so I prefer loads of early dark. Sun at 10 PM is maddening for me. I have lived in Northwest Indiana my whole life and I hate winter. I like being out riding my Harley, having a few drinks outside on the patio, going to the beach and the overall vibe summer brings. Winter sucks, especially the lack of sun and short daylight hours. Since I'm not allergic, spring all the way. Nice temperatures, bright green fields but not overgrown yet, 1000 different smells, flowers everywhere, mountain peaks still have snow. I could go on but sometimes it's hard to describe the vibe. I can get why people prefer summer or winter for various reasons. But everyone who lives in a warmer climate and prefers winter, or a cooler climate and prefers summer, should switch sides for a year and see which one they really like. Winter all day, every day and twice on Friday. You can always put on more layers if you need. With summer, there is only so many showers you can take and only so much clothes you can take off. It's just sticky if it's too hot. Not a vibe. Summer person to the point where I want to retire to a place that doesn't have temps below freezing. I've always lived in 4 seasons with cold snow, but I've never liked it. I'm not ready to relocate now. I have pretty low housing costs. Definitely a summer person. I just moved to Florida 3 years ago from Michigan, and my only regret is that I didn't move here sooner. I'm out of the snow, gray skies and slush, and in the land of sunshine, warm weather and palm trees. I hate summer with passion. Concrete is hot, and grass is humid. It's full of bugs, it's too hot. It's hard to sleep. It gets dark late, and more ants make noise outside. I'd rather freeze my nuts off rather than be sticky from sweat. Summer. Aussie homes just aren't built for winter, and it makes them miserable. Having to go to bed fully clothed because you have no heating, single pane windows and no wall insulation will always put a damper on things. Summer. The cold and snow sucks for sure. But the thing that really gets me about winter is the lack of sunshine. It's so depressing. I literally have a countdown app on my phone set to the first day of spring. Winter. Summer sucks. Between the humidity, the bugs, the heat, the bugs, the humidity, the bugs, the heat, the humidity, the bugs, and the humidity, I'm basically miserable for the whole summer season. Fall spring. Best middle ground in my opinion. Want to wear a sweatshirt one day and shorts the next? Not a problem. Plenty of outdoor activities. Also, I think it's the best sundown times. Winter. Here is why. No bugs. Snow and ski. You can put on as many clothes as you need to feel good and not feel cold. Christmas. Less allergies. Unique landscapes. Winter, because my depression typically does a thing in summer that I'm not too fond of. Also, I look good in winter clothes and I get an excuse to grow my beard out a bit. Summer. I don't handle cold very well here, sitting on my bed with a sweater and 2 blankets. Also, I'm a wheelchair user and my wheelchair doesn't work well in snow. I don't really like either. Can't stand heat in the summer, and although I don't mind the cold, I don't like the lack of light in winter. I prefer the spring and autumn. I don't mind either. Cold dry weather is fine. Cold dry weather with snow is fine. Hot dry weather is fine. I hate rain and cold wind. So I moved to the desert. Winter, hands down. You can always put on another layer of clothes, but you can only ever get so naked. Besides, I never passed out from getting too cold before. Winter for sure. I get hot really fast and there's barely anything I can do about it. When I'm cold, which I'm not often, I can just put on extra clothes. Summer. I grew up in a place that can be winter from the end of September to the end of May. Loved living there, but summer always feels like a gift. I definitely like the other seasons better, but between the two I think I choose summer just because it's so hard to casually go outside in the winter. Summer. I like hot weather and long sunny days. I like the fact that when I train my balls don't become ice cubes, and overall people are less moody. Winter. I hate almost everything about summer. Hot weather sucks and summer activities don't interest me. I love being outside in the winter. Between the two, winter, because summer is too hot here. That said, spring is the best and fall is better than winter and summer. Winter. Aside from waiting for my car to thaw, you can always put on another layer. You can only take so many layers off. Winter is horrible. Freeze to death or spend 300 pounds a month on heating. Dark, wet, cold, miserable country in the winter. Winter because I like snow, but there is no snow in my country except for mountains, but I like summer too. Both. Summer is for going out and doing fun stuff. Winter is for catching up on TV and video games. Summer. I'm so sick of winter in general. BC, I can't take walks outside, just too cold for me. Winter. I like my deep, can't get that through the summer due to the heat. I live in Canada, we have 2 amazing seasons. Neither of them are summer or winter. Winter because I don't feel like I'm dying and I can put on more layers if I'm cold. Winter for camping, and spring autumn the rest of the time will be ideal for me. Summer. I'd rather sweat than freeze. I love sailing in the water in general. Summer. I hate always being sick or pre-sick. I hate layering in pain and mud. Winter. I like to feel cozy. And also it's an excuse to not leave our house. Summer. I love the outdoors and the water, which I can't enjoy in winter. Summer person because I grew up in a country which usually has summer. Summer because I never experienced winter season, but I would love to. Winter, but because I live in a place where it's summer all year long. Well, we moved south to escape the winter, so I'm going with summer. Winter person, I just prefer the cold. I don't like hot weather. By default, winter person since summer gives me heat trashes. Summer. I'm a beach girl and I'm not a big fan of the cold. Summer, I appreciate winter but enjoy not wearing layers. Smiley face. Summer, why? It is easy, Lots of women with less clothes. I like skiing but I'm always cold so I prefer summer low. Summer. I get seasonal affective disorder in the winter. Summer all the way! I live 5 minutes from the beach.